Brexit kicks into high gear, and in fact officially happens, of course, 31st, which is tomorrow Australia, which is Saturday in the UK. About 11 o'clock is when it all officially happens, and Linda, you'll be very happy, no doubt, having a Brexit party at home just in case. Here's the latest from our mates in the UK.
This is how the long political process of Brexit came to an end. European politicians joining hands, singing, sometimes crying, minutes after they had reluctantly backed the withdrawal agreement. But there were those rejoicing, and here's one of them. Nigel Farage said he'd been the pantomime villain of Brussels, that his great goal had been achieved, and that it was now up to the government to deliver on its Brexit promises. The final act, a reception held by the President of the European Parliament. A chance for closure? Well, in fact, the forum for another public spat about Brexit.
Anyway, we're very proud. The democratic will has prevailed. Cheating again.
You've won, all right? Just take the victory lap and go and enjoy the freedom and self-determination that comes from there. Nigel Farage's speech, which I know that Andrew talked about and lots of others, is up in full on my Facebook page. Go searching for Paul Murray Live. When England wakes up on Saturday morning their time, Sunday morning our time.
Oh, look, I'm so excited. Forget about England, Paul. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's going to present Australia with a lot of opportunities. Good on Nigel Farage. He's been spectacular. He's ridden this all along, and I'm kind of going to miss the fight.
Well, you were in the UK, of course, to help them get that incredible election victory. Your final push got them right over the line.
What was so fascinating was the next day we went down and took the kids to Buckingham Palace to show them the changing of the guards. And it happened to be at the same time as Boris was driving down the avenue to sort of get his commission from the Queen. And it was fascinating. They had closed the 3 major roads down there and there was just not a soul. It was the most uneventful day in London. There was a small
reasons they didn't let people near him.
No, they were expecting crowds, and they put up barricades. I'm not kidding you; it's absolutely true. I've got photos. They put up barricades.
I have no doubt there was no one there, but is that a tradition in the UK?
I think it is a tradition, and it was fascinating. There was a small group of people at the front of the palace, and they
but
were
who
just
cares? The day before
the
they gave the Labor Party their worst hit since the 1930s.
We won, Linda.
I hear
we
you.
won.
I hear you.
It's not your footy team.
What is fascinating, though, I think now from here is Scotland, right? Scotland also today have, of course, voted to have another independence referendum. They have voted to hoist the European flag above the Scottish Parliament. I mean, there's no doubt that whatever your views on Brexit, it's historic and it is going to set a path for a very interesting time in international, politics generally.
But in the same way,
it's going to offer a lot of challenges. This is the first in a big splinter.
But Boris Johnson is not going to give Scotland that independence referendum. There was one, 97? They're not going to go around again. I know the pressure's there and all the rest and transitions and discussions, but it ain't going to happen, certainly when he's got the thumping majority that he does, and it's all about the north of England rather than, look, frankly, the SNP, which is going to sort of keep sending back the same type of pollies for a while. Anyway, my Scottish blood is boiling. There'll be my nana who's annoyed at me for even speaking like that.